Welcome to the Fire Sprinkler Podcast with Chris Logan. Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into this episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast. My name is Chris Logan. On this episode, I would like to talk briefly about a few new products that I've recently heard about coming out in the fire sprinkler industry. The first product I want to talk about is Victolic's new grooved sprinkler. It was introduced earlier this year. The sprinkler incorporates the IGS style V9 sprinkler coupling. It's made of bronze. It's listed in 1x1, 1x3/4, and 1x1/2. This coupling is going to open the doors to grooved sprinklers being available of all sizes. Currently, it's only available as a K16.8 ESFR, but I'm interested in seeing the direction these sprinklers are going to go. Are they potentially going to come out with a K5.6 pendant? How are the escutcheons going to be installed? It's obviously not going to be a screw onto the thread escutcheon. It's going to introduce a new type of escutcheon that's going to have to be listed to be installed in these ceilings. Installing these couplings right now is done with a 3/16 hex installation tool that will ship with the product. It can be installed with the impact wrench or with a handheld ratchet. Proper installation as well is verified by visually inspecting the bolt pads, confirming metal-to-metal contact. Very interesting product, very interested in seeing the direction Victolic takes this. Maybe we can get some guys from Victolic on here to share some of the knowledge with the listeners. See which way they're going to take this. Very, very curious. Second product I've been looking for some more information on is this new VacTech by Fireflex dry sprinkler system. This is a pretty big one. This is a cool one. The VacTech system is going to use negative 2.6 to negative 2.2 psi to monitor the integrity of the sprinkler piping. This system is essentially going to be a vacuum dry system. So no longer going to have positive air pressure. It's going to be a slight vacuum. It's going to be available in a dry pipe vacuum, pre-action vacuum, all varieties, non-interlocked, single interlock, double interlock configurations. It's going to be listed from 3-inch to 8-inch. The FLC-PC vacuum pressure controller is used to control the vacuum pump, and it's going to maintain the negative pressure in the piping. You're going to get your negative pressure, your negative vacuum within the system within 4 minutes for a 1,000-gallon system. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. In the event of a fire, it detects sprinkler activation, generates an alarm, and trips the incorporated Viking deluge valve. The system claims to automatically remove residual water from the piping, which will prevent ice plugs. By removing oxygen and moisture, the VacTech system is supposed to reduce corrosion in the sprinkler piping. Sprinklers used in the VacTech vacuum sprinkler systems are obviously going to be listed for their use in a vacuum system. The only way I can see it happening is if there's a little spring-loaded plug on that sprinkler. Otherwise, it's going to maintain. It's going to stay inside the system. Maybe the folks at Fireflex would be interested in giving some more information on this product as well. Very, very interested in seeing the direction that this goes. This could be a game changer, I think. Third product I want to talk about right now is Grinnell by Johnson Controls G-Fire 1-bolt coupling. This is what I believe to be Grinnell's answer for the Victolic 009 or the IGS system. Where they differ is Grinnell has a torque requirement, which, I'm sure fitters in the industry don't realize that there is actually a torque setting on every grooved coupling other than Victolic. Grinnell has torque requirements varying from 30 foot-pounds to 160 depending on the bolt size that's in the associated coupling. So it's not dependent on the size of the coupling, but the size of the bolt, if it's 3/8, if it's 1/2 inch, etc. They're only listed right now from 2-inch to 8-inch. I'm sure the smaller sizes and the larger sizes are coming soon, but it kind of feels like they pushed it out to market and to compete, just to get kind of up to snuff with Victolic's, latest and greatest. Fire protection seems to be evolving at an alarming rate right now. No pun intended. But there's always new stuff to be out there. Don't get settled into the trade. Don't get relaxed, and especially for the new fitters who have just got their apprenticeship finished out. They're out there, they're rock stars. I haven't been a fitter for too long. I think I'm going on maybe 8 years now. In the 8 years that I've been a fitter, the code book's changed 3 times. 2019 is going to be a humdinger when the new one comes out. It's completely changed from top to bottom. Once I get my hands on it, I'm going to go through probably chapter by chapter with breakdowns on where to find everything, because like I say, the 2019 version of the NFPA 13 is going to be a complete rework. I've got a few side-by-side burns. Hopefully I'm going to be taking part of here in the fall. If you're from southwestern Ontario and you're interested in having myself, Chris Logan, the Fire Sprinkler Podcast, Walscan Sprinkler, come and do a side-by-side sprinkler demonstration, get a hold of me at firesprinklerpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up on social media. Google Fire Sprinkler Podcast, www.firesprinklerpodcast.com. Search on Facebook at Fire Sprinkler Podcast, Twitter, Fire SPRK Podcast, Instagram, Fire Sprinkler Podcast. If you just look Fire Sprinkler Podcast, you should be able to find me pretty much anywhere. Don't forget to hashtag Fire Sprinkler Podcast and any interesting fire sprinkler saves, fire sprinkler information, anything new you're coming out with, or anything new that you see that I need to see. Feel free to hashtag Fire Sprinkler Podcast or send it directly to me. Again, if you have a product you want to talk about, if you have a new tool, product, sprinkler, valve, design software, inspection software, anything like that, if you have a project you want to talk about, something interesting, feel free to get a hold of me. Again, firesprinklerpodcast@gmail.com. Gonna have a new episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast coming out fairly quick. Gonna turn out fairly quick on this one since I kind of dragged my feet on the last one. Next episode is going to be on fire sprinklers and the green initiative, saving water, reducing greenhouse gases, things like that. Anyways, this is Chris from the Fire Sprinkler Podcast, and thanks for stopping by.